up in Grand Rapids?
I was born there, grew up in Saginaw, Michigan, which is
but still Michigan.
Yeah, kind of a good wrestling area in the sense that, our big claims to fame in your world were RVD, Kevin Nash, the Steiner brothers. I used to take little wrestling classes when I was like 11 years old at this place in Bay City, Michigan, and the big thing was you walk in and they got a picture of Rick and Scott, and you're like, why is their last name not Steiner? And you're just like blown away. You can't believe that you're.
No, it's Breaker.
Yeah, you can't believe you're in the place that they trained. Unfortunately, I didn't have a killer instinct at a young age. I had the size and the desire, but I was kind of a shitty athlete because I couldn't take the pain, which is that could be an issue in this industry. Yeah, that's part of it. Now it's different. Now I've seen Bad Bunny, Stephen Amell, and I'm like, get out of my way, dude. I'm going to lose the weight. I'm going to work with trainers. Yeah. And even if I only do it once, you better believe I'm coming for the Bad Bunny title of Best Celebrity Match.
Do it, man. You saw Rod Funches the other week, didn't you?
Yeah, I don't know. I would love to play a wrestler, though, in a movie. I really I could see myself doing a Mick Foley biopic, too. Now, Mick is 6'2". Obviously, I'm only 5'8.5", 5'9". But I think physically, comedically, even like I do have that weird tick where I was obsessed with the show Jackass. So like back in the day, like I climbed a 6-foot ladder and lit my arm on fire. No. What did I do? I climbed a 6-foot ladder in my buddy's backyard when I was 16. We lit a box on fire with gasoline, like a giant TV box. And I did a Macho Man elbow drop onto it. My arm caught on fire. I tried to put it out in the snow and singed my hair and the whole side of my head. But we would do stuff like that all the time. And even in my older age, if somebody gives me an action scene, I always tell the producers, I'm like, I'm doing my own stunts. I know you have a guy here and that's cute. Yeah. I'm doing this. And 9 out of 10 times I get to do it.
When's the last time you did one? When's the last time you did like a fight scene type of situation?
I did a little stunt in Da 5 Bloods, the Spike Lee movie on Netflix. We're shooting in Thailand, and the script says that my character ducks and covers. And I was like, if I'm gonna do the wussy thing and like not engage in any of the action, at least let me jump behind a boulder or something. So I told Spike Lee that, and he goes, "Can you clear it?" And I go, "Yeah." The boulder was only 3 feet off the ground, but it was also thick, and I had to clear it. And there's just brush and rocks on the other side. So they put a mat and covered it with brush. And in the movie, it's brief and it looks minuscule, but I dive over the rock. And I probably did that 5 or 6 times in a row and cleared it. And the stunt coordinator was happy. Spike was all giddy. Like, it was a really cool moment. And I think.
And you were fine afterwards?
Oh, I was fine. Yeah. I mean, I was a little sore, but I relish that stuff because it's on camera, just like wrestling.
Yeah. Yeah. There's something.
Get over it quick because your ego's like, I took it. I took the bump. I did the thing,
So we talked earlier about how you want to be ready to play a wrestler when the time comes. Have you, look at that, the Crusher, right in our midst. Have you been training, Paul? Have you been training in pro wrestling? Have you worked with anyone to train in pro wrestling, anything like that?
How dare you ask such a leading question that you know the answer to?
You can lie, whatever. I didn't want to say anything.
I have this guy on my shirt right here, Darian Bankston, he's a younger developmental talent who's been working in and out of Cody's Nightmare Factory, and also just doing the independents and running the circuit and getting paid a ham sandwich to do a sunset flip. So he showed me some stuff. Anthony Ogogo of AEW fame, as well as the boxing world, was very patient with me and wanted to show me stuff. And then Dallas Page. And I don't want to forget anybody because the people who help you really got to be acknowledged, especially when it's free. Vance, number 10 from the Dark Order.
Oh, sure.
Oh, cool.
The 4 of those gentlemen have all helped me. And out of the composite 6-7 hours of training I've done, I had about 2 minutes of a memorized match laid out where I did the wrist manipulation. I took a bump and took a clothesline. I could give a vertical suplex. Like I really loved it dearly. And you learn to love the pain because you love the work. So I've said it before and I'll say it again definitively. I guarantee you, unless God swipes me from the earth, because that's his call anyway, I will be wrestling in a celebrity wrestling match someday, and it will not be forgettable. It will be, because if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. I'm not just going to do it. I'd rather not do it than do it poorly. So it'll be a body transformation of some kind. There'll be a lot of diligence to actually learning the craft well enough to pull off a 10-minute match and not be gassed and vomit. And then I also just want to take like an actual bump and feel like a thumbtack spot through a table. Like, let's just do it. Who gives it? You know what hurts more than
okay, why not just go straight to the light tubes, Paul?
Not like GCW. That, I mean, I don't want Nick Gage to rip my throat in half. But I figure I have been turned down by so many women who've broken my heart. I've been turned down by so many things in Hollywood, and the world itself is only getting darker. If you tell me I'm going through thumbtacks on a flaming table, it's going to hurt bad, but also the glory I get out of that will far outweigh 6 months of pain.
Oh, without a doubt.
Guaranteed.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to wait till I want to try to like win an Emmy in the next 10 years or something. I want to try to win a couple of acting awards and show up like Owen and just heel out.
Right.
And then have kind of my who is that guy who got beat up by New Jack, the young heavyset kid?
Oh, Transit. Mass Transit.
Man, I want my mass transit moment where we it's still a work, but we get like MJF and a couple guys like maybe Ryan Nemeth and his crew of wingmen to just beat the crap out of me, and then have me go away shamed, and then come back 6 months later with a 6-pack,
yes,
and a kendo stick ready to do it all and pay the price.
I'm sure your agent loves that, Paul. It's not like you have any short amount of projects that could be affected if you were to get injured in a major way, Paul.
I'd have to do it right after a payday. I'd have to be like the chubby sidekick in Fast and Furious 17. And then once I bank that money, go, well, I'm going to go through a flaming table and some thumbtacks and just see what happens. I'll see you guys in a year. But yeah, if I were ever to get to wrestle, man, I would just want it to be in a company where there would actually just be some sort of storyline that's mutually beneficial. Because the idea isn't just for me to have an adult Make-A-Wish. Mm-hmm. The idea is to also help the product's visibility and end up putting over one or more of their performers. So
for sure,
I would have that mindset going in. It wouldn't just be a selfish, weird, celeb thing.
Much like Ron did with GCW.
I thought it was awesome, man. I didn't see the match, but I saw clips.
But just to hold what they did leading up to it, promoting it, going on James Corden, and the shit they did at the Comedy Store, or not at the Improv. They shot an angle at the Improv.
That was perfect.
So,
Andy Kaufman too, which I'm sure was a fan of his.